All right, we are live. Welcome back, everyone, to Isyour6covered. Appreciate everybody showing up. I see quite a few of you have been waiting a little while, so thank you. Thanks for showing up. And tonight we are talking about goals, right? So just for fun, I think I was going to try to be motivational today. I know we always try to promote the love of the sport of shooting, and I know some of you guys are on the fence. And I do get some emails from you guys saying, I'm going to my first match, or I used to shoot USPSA, and now I'm going to try long range stuff for the first time. So appreciate all your guys' emails and words of encouragement and all that kind of stuff as we all get, better and train a little more. But here's tonight's topic. Go out and long range shoot, our goals, right? We're going to talk about goals. Have some fun with goals. You guys hopefully will help me out with different acronyms of what goals can be. It can be go out and learn something, right? So there's a lot of ways that we can use the word goals in an acronym to help motivate and get us out, as far as G, right? Go out and learn something we talked about. But before we do that, let's get over here and see who is in first place. We got Steve Healy in first. John Rollins in second, CJ Johnson in third. Carcane, you are not in third. You are in fourth place, my friend. Still love you, though. 6 rudders, John Rollins, Stratos 27, Brian Marks, Brian T. We'll wait for some more people to get in there. If you can, I would definitely appreciate you guys hitting the thumbs up button to help this channel grow. It's pretty simple. You just hit the button, and the algorithms may bring over some new shooters, and we can have some fun. We can get some more information from great people like you out there in the comments section, always helping out, offering great advice. So welcome. We got Gagabytes. What's going on? Daniel got as my judge. 3 crowns plus 5s out there. Brian T, Brian Marks, Lancey Holly, Snickman 48, Carkeen, John Kreideman. What is going on? Our rifles are waiting for the gun store to open. They're actually in the building next door. They signed for them, but we just can't get them until Thursday. Bravado Racing's out there. Welcome. Commando 97. So, goals. Unfortunately, the angle of this is not going to work well. But for the most part, I'm sure you guys can spell goals in your head. So some of the things, we'll just kind of hit some topics. We'll kind of start off with this, maybe a little motivational, get you guys out there, or maybe learn something. What up, Hidden Steel? Joaquin Jack Nava, Eric's out there, LZ USA. So appreciate you showing. This guy needs all the like as it sounds. So smash that like button. I appreciate it. So G, going, right? Whether it's go to your first match, right? We talk about goals, but G can be for yourself. Go to your first match. Go to your first whatever. Let's, this can be about anything, really. Something that you're interested in. Setting goals is definitely something that helps out. If you guys can see, you can see my flags up there, right? Well, those are goals, and the goals are to fill those flags up, and I got a whole nother 9 of them. And the goal is to try to hit a match this year and be able to fill in all of these ones and one more. Whether it's whether it happens or not, we will find out throughout the year. But right now I'm on 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm on my 4th match of the year. And I got one more coming up in North Carolina, the VOD Tactical. I know there's quite a few others, be out there. But that's one of my goals. Set a goal, right? So we're talking about goals. My goal is to go to as many matches as I can possibly go to. Within reason, Let's see. You a good man, Rick. I'm very drunk. That's awesome. Let's see. Hey, guys. How's it going? How you doing, Mark? Welcome to the show. Appreciate you showing up. So as far as G, right, you guys help me out. Some of the goals, what are you guys trying to accomplish this year when it comes to some type of shooting? Is it getting a certain rifle so that you can go out and shoot? Or do you already have a rifle and you just need to decide on going out and signing up for a match? Let us know. Let me know down below. Eagle Eye Shooting. How you doing, Eagle Eye? One of the goals I know Eagle Eye has is to get out here and shoot a few matches with us, or meet up and do some shooting. So small goals, big goals, whatever the case is, we need to have them, especially when it comes to the topics that we're talking about. And it's sports. It's shooting sports. Being able to go and get something. Another goal I have as far as filling all these up is to hopefully place, try to place in the top 10. And depending on how big the match is and how crazy the, how crazy good the shooters are, one of my goals is to try to place like the top third or the top, top 10, depending on how many shooters there is. So that's a goal. Is it reasonable? I don't know. We'll find out. And in order to obtain that, I need to practice more, right? So some of the things, as far as right? Some of the things you can see when you go shooting or even on YouTube is observe what the shooter is doing. Whether the shooter is doing something great, something you've never seen. I try to observe the shooters that shoot ahead of me so I can see how high the bipod is, how they utilize maybe the Arca rail and brought the bipod back, say shooting on a small blue bucket, utilizing different bags, observing what the shooter's doing, observing the wind, observing just what's going on around you, right? So those are some of the things in O that would be something that you would want to see. Gigabytes offers a lovely synopsis. Well said, buddy. Let's see. Nice 1,200 meter shooting back there. Let's see. I look forward to graphing the daylights of the nodes and learning what the endless infinity of loading will do, good and or bad. I'm also excited. There you go, Drew. That's actually a good goal, is to get your reloading down to something that you really like when it comes to standard deviation and extreme spread. And in order to do that, you need to go out and, or not go out and do it, but get out to the workbench and start making some ammo and seeing what you come up with. Observing other people on, different channels that do a lot of reloading, you can observe and, email them, contact them, and get better data and information. A. You guys got for A. So awareness of what's going on around you while you're shooting, while you're spotting. Kind of talked about it as observing, but that's very important, I think, for the fact is of knowing what's going on, especially around you, safety wise. And this could be anywhere. This could be at a mall. This could be anything. But being aware of your surroundings and what's going on, and then that again goes back into the stages of, wind, being aware that you didn't dial your dope in on your scope. That was one of the issues that screwed up my last match. Was I wasn't aware that I didn't have everything ready to go when I went and got up to the stage. So something to think about. Goals, game on, a life story. I see DRC. Yeah, big country. DRC's right there. 6th out of 21. I try to put little things. I put windy on that one. The one before it was the NRL 22X, and I had put, it looks like Bund, but it's blind stages, ice and cold. VOD tactical, put beat Matt P. And the one before it, I didn't put anything. But I got a 7th out of 24, a 5th out of 38, 15th out of 32, and which was not very good. 6th out of 21. So I'm trying my best to do good. My goal is to get the right eye back to normal. There you go. Let's see. You need to burn some gunpowder downrange. Gigabytes should put a smile on your face. Josie Outlaw. The outlaw Josie Wales. My goal is to learn how better control my breathing in my dang pulse when aiming. Pulse drives me nuts. That's one thing I never notice when I'm shooting. And I don't know if that's because I'm not being aware or observing what's going on. So that's a great topic. A quick topic we can talk about is I'm noticing my breathing because I'm trying to breathe while I'm doing it, but I do notice myself on the really far stuff. If I'm really trying to hit something small, I'm like, I am holding my breath. Now, is that correct and what you're supposed to do? No, not really. You want to be at the top of the pause or the bottom of the pause, depending on what you got going on. But as you inhale, right, your chest expands, which means your rifle moves. And then as you breathe down, your rifle does this. So it is what it is. I'm still learning here. But, as far as my pulse, I don't feel my pulse. And I don't notice it at all. Maybe I don't have a pulse. I don't know, but I don't really notice it. How many of you guys notice it when you're shooting your pulse? I'm sure there's plenty of you that probably do. I've heard a lot of people talk about it, but I have not. Carrie Emery says, my goal, get my right eye back to normal. Good luck, Carrie. Hopefully that gets fixed quickly. Quick shout out on some good long distance shooting to Hit and Steel and Eagle Eye. Thanks for sharing your fun and experience. Yeah, if you guys aren't familiar with Eagle Eye shooting or Hit and Steel California, they get together, do some shooting as well, but they got good channels. Go check them out. Definitely, for sure. Great guys. I've had a chance to actually I haven't met Kenny in person yet, but I've had a chance to meet Junior, or as we know it here on YouTube, Hit and Steel California. All right, let's see. Goals, getting over all life stuff. Carcan, yeah, that's good. Oh, thanks, Nava. Plenty of fish in the sea, but thought I got to catch the film with the fish. Let go. Can't breathe out of water. Okay. Mr. Forehead's on a milk jug. Let's see. My goal is to get Rick to see a doctor about his hands. There's a great goal for you, 45 Auto. Welcome to the show. They can tell him the medical issue. How he pursues treatment is up to him. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to do that yet. So I need to schedule an appointment and go get it looked at. I have been trying to take care of myself a little bit better. Had a little spot on my head. It was like a black mole thing. I got my hair real short. You guys probably heard about that. I actually went to the skin thing and had them look at that. They said that was fine. We burn off a couple little, you can see where that red stuff is. It's still there, which doesn't make sense, but they'll probably have to burn some more off. I don't know. Let's see. My goal this year is to have RRAL range built in my backyard. Nice, Daniel. Daniel's got a nice piece of property. He's got some new goats, actually. Daniel just, he didn't deliver them, but some of the goats had some babies. So congratulations, Mr. Daniel. My goal is not to suck. That's a great one, Tyler. Orth, well said. And depending on where you're at and how many you're competing against and all that stuff, yeah, the goal is not to suck, but most importantly, the goal is to have fun. And I will say that I was a little sour on the last match. You guys probably heard me talk about it earlier. And I need to come out of that and just be thankful I got to hang around good friends and shoot. I mean, definitely enjoy shooting. But, yeah, I was a little bummed at myself for not being aware and observing that my dang, I didn't have my dope set in my scope. And if you're new to the channel, dope does not mean drugs. Data on previous engagements. So just so you know. Let's see. I bring my shoulders up on the exhale. I don't notice it. Tyler Orr says, yeah, I don't notice it. I got too much stuff going on between worrying about targets and holdovers and figuring out what the dope is and trying to hit the damn target that I don't notice my pulse. 45 auto does. TB says hit the like button. 34 likes and 64 watching. Yeah, I'd appreciate it if you guys could hit the thumbs up button. Supposedly it helps. I don't know. But while you're listening to me yap, the little button's right there. You just hit that little button and voila. Goal to pass on reloading. Goal to pass on reloading, shooting to someone who is not in the sport. Awesome, Mark. That is a great, great goal. Great goals can also be, I'm going to read it again because it was so good. His goal is to pass on reloading and shooting to someone who is not in the sport. That is probably a huge percentage of the reason why we do these videos. I know Ray and myself like giving information and hoping that someone can learn from it. Obviously, X-Ring or Ray's a lot more knowledgeable, has been doing it a lot longer than I have. But I really think that I've gotten a lot of great feedback doing YouTube and these chats, and you guys have said, great comments about thanks a lot. I've learned a lot, so on and so forth, and that really makes you keep wanting to do these kind of chats, and it hopefully it inspires. That's the reason why I really am into this. I'm inspiring people, or trying to inspire people to go out and shoot. It's been an amazing time ever since we really started doing these live chats. We've got to meet a lot of you guys that watch the channel. And a lot of times, we'll say like, hey, there's a match here. And sometimes people will be able to make it. And it's really cool meeting up with everybody. So that is definitely an awesome time. So, well, says here, how tightly do you hold your rifle against your shoulder? Firmly and locked in tightly, or just in the stock lightly in your shoulder? Great question, Josie Wales. It depends on what I'm doing. If I'm shooting like a tank trap, which is the big wood pieces that look like this, and it's stable enough, I'll really try to push my body into it and get kind of and be square to that target where I got my feet this way, and say you guys are the target, I got them this way and not like that. Try to be as stable as possible. On some stuff like the tripod, where you're shooting off of a tripod, it's kind of hard you can't really, for me personally, trying not to load the tripod seems to work better for me in some instances. But I would say for the most part, if you're prone, loading the bipod, I like to push into the bipod. Not like crazy, but try to get a little bit of flex in the bipod is how I do it. Rick, did you jump in the Dory Rain and go back to the future with that slick as jacket? This is the members only jacket. No, this is a North Face. It's actually the interior of my other jacket. That's kind of a 3-part jacket. Papa's place is in the house. Let's see, on baby goat watch here. Oh, Papa's got some goats due any day now. That's pretty cool. Must be the season. Let's see. Appreciate it, Brian T. Thanks for the comment. Thanks for showing up. I'm trying to catch up. It's like watching you blossom in a little bonsai over the last couple of years. Bless you, sweet cotton tee socks. Thanks, Gagabytes. Charles Tiffy. I took a few out yesterday and helped him get data and set up. Had never shot past 100 yards. And had a first round impact at 800. Was awesome to see and smile on his face. That's amazing, Charles. That is really amazing. There was a guy, I'm sure you guys watched Ray's video. There was a gentleman out there by the name of Rick. And that was his first match that he ever been to. And that was the first time that he actually shot past 100 yards. And he did decent especially for the first time. He was shooting a Ruger 1022, and he was out there doing it, having fun. So pretty cool. 3-part jacket. It's better be cold outside. It better be cold. This is only the layer there, Val. Welcome to the show, buddy. Glad to see you out there. Let's see. Yeah, it's got a rain jacket and some other junk that goes to it. But that's kind of the motivation, the goals thing, right? So I had put go out and long range shoot, but a lot of that goal stuff, and unfortunately I can't set it like this so you can read it. But you guys know what it means. L can be learn from buddies. Learn from an instructor. If you don't have anybody that's available and you want to get into some type of shooting, whether it's USPSA, some type of precision long-range rifle shooting, or whatever the case is, and you don't have the availability or friends out there that are already doing it, learn from an instructor. Learn from some different channels on YouTube. A lot of different things we can use for L, right? Live long and prosper. But the biggest thing is setting goals up, especially if you want to do this. Bald and Curious, he's quite a pistol shooter, and he probably has goals set for when he gets to a match, he may want to. One of his goals may be to shoot top 5% or whatever the case is. But go out and do it. Go out and have fun. But the most of it is like L can be learn the sport that you're interested in. Learn lots of learn kind of stuff. Live and let live. Let's say, hey, I want something for the first time in my life. I want a free t-shirt from ar15.com for their use this phrase in the story comment section. Drew Bradley, congratulations, my buddy. See, Bald and Curious, he builds houses, if you guys aren't aware, but his goal is to get those houses done. Get those houses done so he can get paid and buy more guns. L is for love of firearms. There you go. I didn't see Jerry Parker out there yet, but he had actually sent me. What's up, Wayne Hammer? How you doing? He had sent me a link to go out with all the different all the legislation going on with 2A stuff right now and what's going on, and actually emailed 3 of my House and a couple senators, or two House of Representatives and 1 senator today. So if you guys get a chance, get out and do that. Show your support. I know you guys get on here and you love the sport of shooting, just like most of us do. But with all the things going on, make sure you guys get a chance to tell your Congress and your House of Representatives that you want this and you want that. I'm just trying to get an IY6C hat. Actually, Wayne had stippled a custom grip for my. I can't show anything anymore. He had stippled a custom grip that I actually got to shoot at the match, and it worked out really well. And I have some stuff for him, but it's on its way from California. So the hats are coming, Wayne. They're not this one, but they are all black. They're all black, and they actually have the trucker's hat cap in the back, not like this Flex Fit. This was a demo model, but that's what it's going to look like, Mr. Hammer. So be on the lookout. I'll be putting them in your office as soon as I get them. So social distancing, long range precision social distancing hat is what you're getting, buddy. It did work good. It did work good for sure. How much longer? Let's see. Oh, 45 Auto got his hat yesterday. Awesome, man. Good to hear. Let's see. My state representative actually returns my. Wow, that's awesome. Rick, have you got your checklist made yet? And for your next match, please share if you do. I do not, Brian. This checklist, if you guys aren't familiar, is basically we had talked about it before. I think a couple of days ago. But it's a mental checklist if you're smart enough. And if you're not smart enough, you have an actual checklist of things you need to do prior to getting to the stage. So it should be like load your magazines, basically get your data from your Kestrel, whatever you're running, stray lock, blah, 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 and then figure out what your holds are. Make sure you put them on the cards that go on your rifle, and understand the stage. So I'm sure we could add quite a few in there, but right now I'm just like coming off the top of my head. But yeah, a mental checklist, some type of checklist, even a written one, of things you need to do after you just get done shooting that stage. This is what I need to do prior to me shooting, and that is load magazines, get the data information I need. Even set your turrets, make sure your caps on your scope are open or off, just little things, setting your parallax. All these little things can save you valuable time and keep you from going from, I don't know, let's say 10th place to 30th place. All those little things will definitely help. Or if you're really good, get you from first to fifth or whatever. How's the FX 120 working? Brian Mark says. It works great when I use it right now. It's been sitting. I got one at X-Rings and I got one sitting in the cabinet. I haven't been doing any long range shooting, so it's basically been sitting there sad. Patty Doll's out there. Welcome, Patty Doll. Let's see. Hopefully you're having a great day. That's our fire marshal. Great lady right there. Loves to save people right there. Very knowledgeable. We got RTT Guns of Gear out there. Sponsored by Vortex now? No, I'm not sponsored by Vortex. God, I wish I was. That would be awesome. That would be really cool. But no, just stopping by to say hi. What's up, Shaggy Rifleman? I'm waiting for Thomas to show up. So hopefully he shows up. He sent me a gift in the mail, and I wanted to, but I haven't seen him out there yet. So Thomas, if you're out there, or when he comes in, he's going to say, let's see here. My wife told me the other day she needs a custom rifle built. Dang, Charles, how great would it be to have a wife that says she needs a custom rifle built? That's pretty cool. Just got to say. Let's see. Big countries out there. Welcome to the show. I'm just glad my wife loves me so much. Otherwise, I'd be a goner. That could definitely happen. Do you love shooting? Let's see. 45 Ottawa State Senator actually returned my call. Man, that's pretty dang good. Yeah, it's in an email. I have 3 emails out. Just trying to help out, trying to promote. Yeah. There's Sheball Seki. All right, Sheball. There it is, buddy. If you guys don't know what that means in the middle, that's my name in Korean. And I don't know if you're supposed to hold it that way, or I guess it would be that way. But Sheball Seki sent me out these stickers. They're clear stickers. Got a little fire department logo on them. It's got my name in the middle, and of course the American flag, because there just isn't a better one out there. Thanks again, Sheball. Howdy from Texas. Rusty East, welcome. Welcome to the show, my friend. Hopefully you enjoy shooting as much as most of us out here do. Tell us what kind of shooting you like to do. We're been big into the long range stuff now just because of ammo. A lot less 3-gun and different types of shooting. And it's more about the long range 22 precision rifle shooting right now just because reloading components are a pain in the butt to find. Red Dawn AK 74 is out there. Welcome. Let's see. Better she shares your expense hobbies than bitter about not being part of them. Yeah, for sure. When you can bring the whole family to an event like that, and I've seen that, and it's amazing watching husbands, wives, and even their children shooting. It's pretty cool. I mean, some of these matches that are really expensive, I could see that being, times say 4 or whatever. But to get a whole family out there loving the same sport and enjoying the day is pretty damn awesome. Jackson, what's up, Jackson? Haven't seen Jackson in a while. Oh, there you go. 22 LR with the grandsons. Very nice. Hope to see it on a rifle or Yeti. Oh, it's going to be on a rifle. Of course, then I won't be able to show it because YouTube sucks, but whatever. Rifle Mania, welcome. How's things in the sunny south? They are good. It was 32 degrees this morning when I went to work, and a nice 60 degrees when we got out. We got half our knives done for the week, so we're going to be doing good. Be able to do some shooting later. That's kind of how it works. We have a certain number we got to hit, and then what we do is we'll either work late at night, depending on how the weather's going to be the next day, so we can go shoot. It's funny. We have a lot of fun at work, but we definitely schedule our days around what days are best to shoot. So I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but that's just how it is. I'm like, yeah, Ray, well, tomorrow's supposed to be really nice for shooting. Brian Marks, I did get your email. I did see the timer. I haven't had a chance to show Matt P yet, but I definitely will. It looked pretty cool too, and I couldn't figure out what you're talking about with the mount. I know you had to drill a hole. Maybe you can send me some pictures of sideways so I can see, how it works, and you can mount it to the gun. So what I'm talking about, Brian Marks had sent me. It's basically a timer, a very small timer that swimmers can put on their finger as they're going, they can kind of get an idea of their time, but it's actually really also set up for, say, someone that's shooting competitively and wants to be able to know where they're at in the stage and have enough time to complete it, or slow down. And Matt's basically tell Matt the timer would tell Matt, hey, you got plenty of time left, slow down, get your shots. And so it's kind of a cool thing, but you can buy them on Amazon. I think they're like $23 or something. Yeah, his wife's gotten the last 2 guns. That's awesome that they want to go out and shoot. I mean, you can't ask for a better wife than that. I'm pretty lucky. She doesn't complain about what I do. I tell her I'm building this or that. She's like, cool. Or I'll say, hey, I'll be gone this weekend. She's like, have fun. Yeah, that's awesome, Charles. Finding the right one, that's the way to do it. Rifle Mania says the snow is melting up here and got new Voodoo out for some zero work. Very nice. This afternoon in the 60s. Tomorrow is going to be, I'm going to be all over it. Awesome. Awesome, Rifle Mania. Love to hear it. Chico Wise is out there. He shot his first pistol competition, which is really cool. And that's the thing, we talked about just promoting all the sports. It's not just about long range on this channel. It is right. We've been doing a lot of it lately, but get out, shoot some pistols, compete, do great, do horrible. Who cares? Go have fun. Chico Wise had he put some stuff up on Instagram. So congratulations, Chico Wise, for getting out there and doing it. That's what it's all about. Glad to see you did it. Are we picking up the Voodoo Thursday? Yes, we're picking up our Voodoo Thursday, John. Have you made an appointment to get your hands looked at? You're always having rubbing them. No, I have not yet. Yeah. Keep bugging me, guys. I need the push. Let's see. I have a buddy uses one, vibrates when there's 10 seconds left. Send me the link to that one, Charles, or you got my number. Maybe text me the info on that. I would like something that vibrates too. That sounds funny. That way you don't have to look at what your time is. Bill Sweeney's out there. What is going on, Mr. Bill Sweeney? Had a chance to shoot with Bill this last Sunday, so it was a lot of fun. That is a clever idea, putting a dinky timer on a rifle. Yeah, it's just one more thing to help you out. Email sent with pics. Thanks, Brian. I'll check them out after the chat here. What's going on here, Bill? We are talking about goals. We're talking about go out and long range shoot is what I came up with. But we talked about goals, getting out, going to matches, O was kind of observing different shooters using different stuff at barricades. It can be observing the weather, the wind. But we kind of went through most of that stuff. But that's kind of what we were, I figured I'd start the chat off with some type of, I don't know, call it motivational or whatever. Get people to get out there and go. Yeah, see, Chico Wise says it great. I didn't get DQ'd, which is disqualified. So I'm very happy. And that's what it's about. The only thing you should really worry about in your first few matches is making sure you don't get DQ'd. Go out, have fun, be safe, be slow, so that you won't get DQ'd until you understand what's really taking place and you feel confident moving and shooting and that kind of stuff when it comes to pistol. Yeah, just don't get DQ'd. And if you do get DQ'd, you should go to Dairy Queen and get a picture of yourself eating Dairy Queen, because that's just kind of what we do. By the by, I changed my screen name from X-Ring McGee. Didn't want to confuse all of the X-Ring. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I had seen the X-Ring McGee out there before, and I was like, all right. And Riflemania, well, 6 rudders is out there. Get to shoot with 6 rudders on 3/27. So coming up shortly. Got a couple weeks. Get to shoot with 6 rudders. So welcome, Fletcher. Let's see here. I think I did at one time. I'll look and see if I can find it. Yeah, no worries, Charles. If you can or you can't. Thanks, Rick. I've been missing out on USPSA. It was a very enjoyable experience. Learned a lot. Awesome. That is great, man. Welcome, Talking Rock. Hopefully you're having a great night, my friend. Let's see here. Let's see. Get out and look. There's another one. Get out and look. That could be a great one for what we did on the way to the match, right? We went and got a chance to see Natural Tunnel. I'm sure some of you guys had seen the video. Place was beautiful. It really was beautiful. It was basically kind of hidden away, kind of off the beaten path. So if you weren't looking for it, you wouldn't have just come across it. Oh, Charles Tiffy sent me a picture. But yeah, getting out there and looking for stuff is pretty cool. Go out, have fun. Thomas rolling. All right, now we're good. All right, Mr. Thomas had sent me. Dun, dun, dun. Bug assault. So this is really cool. What's funny is I've always wanted one of these. And just never did it. So what this does, if you guys aren't familiar, it kills bugs, kills flies, but it's called Bug Assault. So what you do is you pour a regular salt in here, and what it does is it acts like a shotgun, and you can shoot flies with it and stuff. But I figured now it'd be pretty cool because now we have a YouTube gun that may or may not get me kicked off YouTube again. So we'll have to bring it out and see if I can get the channel to get a strike. We'll see. So appreciate it. Appreciate it very much. Thomas Rowland, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. It's always fun when you guys send me stuff. Did I miss anything on the whiteboard of knowledge? Chris Winsett. Yeah, we were talking about goals and about they're basically designed around shooting, but it was an acronym. And I had put go out and long range shoot, but we kind of went over different stuff within each letter or most of the letters. And you can go back and check it out. I don't want to bore everybody with the same stuff again. Let's see. I went back and watched Drew and Ray's video from the VOD match to see what bags here we're using. 6 rudders. That's a great question. I've been trying to use that fortune cookie a lot. Matt and Ray really like the Game Changer bag. I had bought the fortune cookie because we basically have those bags, so I wanted to try something different. I like it in a lot of ways, but I did use quite a few bags this last match. A huge Armageddon thing was probably, I don't know, 1.5 feet by 2 feet. It was a big pillow. And it actually, in a few stages, it worked quite well. We had borrowed it from a gentleman. And it actually, there's stages where that could be definitely beneficial. I want to get to the point where I'm just running one bag, maybe a plate, and call it done. But I need a lot more practice in order to do that. You'll see a lot of the pro shooters, a lot of the bigger name guys, they have like their favorite one bag, and they just make things happen with it. So someday maybe I'll get it. You get your scope yet? Bill says. Let's see. Watched it today. Thank you for sharing that. Oh, nice, RC. I appreciate it. Go caving, Rick. Kentucky is popular for that. Yeah, I wouldn't mind checking out some stuff. Oh, Bill sent you a pic of it. Okay, gotcha. Always wanted to try one of those with different types of salt. Yeah, I know. So I'm super excited about this. Now I just gotta wait for the flies to show up. I did give me a bug zapper. There's something about, that whole bzz kind of thing. Just, I don't know. It makes me happy. It's like hitting a steel target at like, it's not that exciting. So I'll just say like 300 yards. It's kind of got the same, like, yeah. If you've ever wanted to zap an insect, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. K24 is out there. Be careful, Rick. That looks like a dangerous tactical 2x4. Yeah, exactly, huh? Did you use a tripod at the Kentucky match? 6 rudders. Yes, I did. Actually, I used it on 2 stages. I used it on the that hanging ladder thing that was just the most. It was actually a great course of fire. So I'm just being mean at it because it was a tough damn thing to shoot off of, but it was a pain in the butt. So I had tried Brandon, which was a really good shooter. He came in first place. He was on the same squad. He had shot prior to me shooting. He used it, and he seemed like I could see the one leg in the back. It was lifting off of the platform, and I'm like, well, but he got like 8 out of 9 or whatever. He got a good number on that one. I can't remember what it was. So I'm like, well, so I brought it up there, tried a tripod, and with your arm back here, and then your rifle's out here on this rope, and basically the front of the barrel's just doing this, and it's like you can't. So I ended up actually holding onto the wood dowel for basically like the handles or the feet, and holding that stable, kind of pushing it out with my arm and resting my rifle on it. And that was about as most stable as I could get. I think I got like, I don't know, don't quote me, a 6 or a 7 on that one. I did okay on that one. But it was a tough. And then the other one that I used the tripod on was, they had about, I don't know, I'd say 1.5 feet, 2 foot maybe, T-post that was cut. And then they had one that was, maybe another 6 to 10 inches long. And then a taller one, probably like 3.5 feet, somewhere in there. And that one I used the tripod on, and that one actually worked out very well, using it as a rear. Basically, you throw the bag on, the rifle, and then you dragged it over. So some people started with the tall one. So here's the middle one. And you basically like almost like a cell service kind of thing. It was a tall, medium, and a short. A lot of people went from here down this way. But as a right-handed shooter, if you started on the small one, you could kind of drag it along with you and then reset, and then you would be higher up on the one of the tripod legs. And then as you got to the next one, you could pull the tripod back over. So that way the 2 legs were dragging and they wouldn't fold together. A lot of times people will, if you pull it basically in a certain direction, the tripod legs want to collapse. So as long as you have the 2 kind of dragging and getting friction, it'll stay open. So that's something that we noticed. Let's see. Let me catch up here. I just need her to be prepared to handle what may come. What's happening, Eric? Hopefully you're doing well. Help her. I feel scared alone. Let's see. I missed something out there. Oh, cancer. Ah, damn cancer. Sorry, Eric. Sorry to hear that. Jeff Lewis, welcome. Hi. Let's see. Check your local gun shops. They should know someone. I'm just trying to make. Yeah, a lot of times there will be small matches. There'll be outlaw matches. We're actually going to be shooting an outlaw match at the Clinton House coming up in April. So it's not really going to be a practice score. It's going to be a practice score thing, but it's not going to be basically a registered, or I don't know what the terminology would be, certified like NRL style match. So they're going to use the word outlaw. So it's not going to be like a sanctioned match. But there's little matches like that out there that people at gun stores may know about. Depending on the area that you're in, or definitely check out Practice Scores, one of them. Facebook's a huge one too. If you guys get a chance, look at some different precision long-range style shootings in the Facebook location of where you're at. And usually they'll have like a group, and you can check to see what's going on in your local area as well. Let's see. Oh, it's Eric's dad. Dang. It won't be a PRS points match. Yeah, Bill Sweeney. Yeah, well said. It won't be a PRS points match, which is going to not be good for some, because some of those people that are searching for points are not going to go shoot that match, which in turn kind of sucks. Nick Knox, welcome. Welcome to the show. But for those of us that just want to go shoot matches, they are doing trophies now, which is kind of cool. Originally, they were just going to do a money payout kind of thing. But what I heard was, through the grapevine, they're going to be doing some trophies now. So that's pretty cool. Let's see here. Oh, Ryan Berg got his Eric Cortina tuner / break today. Took off my Sidewinder and put it on. Pretty much the same profile. I'll test it out this week. Yeah, let us know, Ryan. We're very interested in the tuners. We just haven't had a chance to jump down that rabbit hole yet. I know I hear good things about them. I'd like to hear what you have to say about them. Northwest Gun Reviewers, welcome. Let's see here. Refusal to use Facebook bites me in the butt again. Yeah, 45 auto, I hear you. I try not to get on there very much. I usually don't post anything, but it is nice catching up and seeing, what my friends are doing, especially since most of them are on the West Coast now. Yeah, see, Bill, great comment. He says he's looking for experience, so I'll go. And that's what I'm trying to do. I am just trying to fill them flags up right there and just get as much experience as I can. The more you have, the more confident you'll feel, the more less nervous you'll be. And it'll be like, it's like, oh, this is just normal. You won't be all, you won't have the, what are those called? What the heck is that called? Butterflies. You won't have the butterflies. Tyler, you should do an episode on how to get an invite to NRL Nationals. You should do an episode on how to get an invite. You got to do well. Ray might be able to do one of those. He's doing pretty good in the rankings right now. Let's see. Send an email saying they have ammo in stock. There you guys go. I'll have to check it out. I didn't see it. Or talk about it now. For the invite, all I know is I haven't gotten an invite. But I'm not even signed up. and I'm not collecting the points this year. I'm not going to do it. I signed up for the PRS one originally when we shot the one in Hornady. I don't know why exactly. I thought I needed to at the time, but we got 61 thumbs up, big country, but we do have 84 people watching. So if you have not had a chance, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. I do appreciate it. But basically what happens is you go to a match. Let's say you place first. You're gonna gather points. And in order to if you have enough points at the end of the season for your zone per se, I believe you'll get an invite. So my wife's daughter and my grandkids are camping at the lake right now. I pulled my back, so I didn't go. Well, dang it, Rusty. Hopefully you get better, my friend. Performance anxiety. Yeah, Ryan. Well said. Have some fun, and the more you go to, the less you have to worry about. Do it because it's fun. That's right. That's the biggest thing. Go out and have fun. True, after my first stage during my match, I felt better. The butterflies disappeared. Yeah, Chico Wise. It's usually how this works in pistol competitions is you go up, you got people walking around and pretending they're doing stuff, and then you're like, what are they doing? Okay, they're trying to figure out how they're going to run they're going to run the stage like that. Okay. And then you're like, well, I guess I should do that. But being new, you're like, well, I don't really know what I'm looking for. I don't know what I'm trying to do. So being able to talk to those guys, which I'm sure, most all the shooters are really cool and will help you out, especially being new. But yeah, as soon as you get a plan in your head, right? Who's had a plan in their head right before the stage, and then that wicked noise turns on? You know what that wicked noise is. And then all of a sudden your mind draws a blank. You don't even know what the hell you're doing. You don't even know where you're at sometimes, depending on how nervous you are. Like looking around, what? So if you ever had that happen, you know what I'm talking about. Let's see. I'm in Charlotte, Gastonia area. I'll drive there if the class is worth it. Which class is that? Let's see. It's not very clear on the requirements. Yeah, I don't know enough of it. I don't know enough about it. Which magneto speed are you guys shooting? you know that's what I'm saying. Now, Drew Bradley asked, which magneto speed are you guys using? The Sporter or the V2 or the V3? We're using the V3. Why do I know that? Because I had to buy a new one after shooting the last one. Let's see. It doesn't matter if it's ELR, PRS, NRL. Competitions, just have fun. Yeah, Northwest Gun Reviewers, well said. Go out, have fun, and just sign up for the damn match and go. Just go. Hell, pretty soon I'll have an extra rifle if we ever meet up and you need help. I will probably, if I know ahead of time, I can make sure the zero's good and you can even use a rifle. Everybody's got a plan until they get that first punch in the face. Mike Tyson. That's right, Ryan. Well said. Were you ever in Puerto Rico? Maybe. No, not Puerto Rico. Well, actually, I don't know. I went on a cruise to Cancun one time, and I don't know. Been to Argentina and all over the place, but Puerto Rico, I don't think so. Lab radar, yeah, the lab radar works awesome. Otter as well. There's the bonuses of the two. We can talk about this for a minute. There's a magneto speed, which attaches to your rifle via either barrel or spigot. And then you have a lab radar, which is a box, not this tall, but about this big and maybe about that fat. And it's usually orange. I've only seen orange ones. One is a lot more detailed, and you don't have to attach it, and you can do multiple it'll pick up your bullet, basically. It doesn't make sense the way I'm saying it, but it works really well, but there's a lot more involved in it. And then you have the Magneto Speed one, which is very compact and very portable. So a lot of people like those because you can throw them in your bag. You can fly, to a match. It doesn't take up much real estate in your luggage. And then you can basically chrono yourself having this pretty small case compared to the Lab Radar, which is a little bit heavier, not heavier, a lot heavier, a little bit larger, and not as user-friendly. So those are your options, but you don't have to mount it on your rifle, which is kind of cool. I think you can do 2 shooters, I believe. I'm not sure. Where's Milo sold? Milo's, we're talking about tea now? Are we talking about Milo's tea? Let's see here. I definitely had a good mentor out there. The plan sometimes goes crap. Like, what the hell? I upload video on here as my experience from the first tuner eventually. Yeah, and that's the thing, Chico-wise. Just leave all the screw-ups on there. That's where people are going to learn from. That's the reason why I leave all mine. I have that old 3-gun one I did where I had mags dropping off and I had bottom of base plates falling out. And I've had plenty of screw-ups. And I try to leave that up there so we can help those that have not had the chance to screw up in that manner, I guess. It would be the way. My first timer. Yeah. What's up, Commonwealth Minuteman? Welcome. Milo's, if we're talking about tea, are we talking about tea? You can buy that at the Dollar General or at the grocery store, usually. Bilo's has Bilo's tea. But Milo's, I don't know, I'm confused now. Still use a Caldwell chronograph. There you go. Some of those ones, a lot has to do with the light going in. You basically have these rods that go across and you shoot the bullet through them. A lot of those have died in the line of duty. People will shoot the chronograph on accident. And they'll also shoot the one I shot, the Magneto Speed. Does the Magneto Speed mess with your grouping or doesn't it? Or does it matter? As you are just getting your speeds and where it hits. Doesn't matter at this point. Drew Bradley, there is a plus and a minus to it. So if I wasn't as lazy, I'd go grab that. You know what? I'll go get it. So the difference is this. When you run it on the barrel, you can't really get a good group. Not that you can't get a good group, but it won't be your real group. So when you're testing stuff, like I was doing a test with Shooter's World 4350 versus Hodgdon H4350 with the same powders and trying to basically test the 2 powders, you either have to shoot twice, which is get your speeds, take off the chronograph or the Magneto, and then shoot for groups. So if you're reloading, now you're utilizing twice as much ammo. So some of the bonuses are you can mount it on the spigot. Wish I could show you rifles, but YouTube's really kicking myself in the nuts right now, so I don't even want to show you guys anything. But you can put it on the spigot, and they have one that's designed for the spigot, which is basically like basically like an Arca rail, switch it over, Picatinny kind of thing. It goes on there and it doesn't touch the barrel. Then you're getting all the stuff you want, and you're printing groups, so you're not wasting the ammo. If you want to consider wasting the ammo, Lab Radar is too easy. Nothing into setup. I use it all the time because it's too easy not to. So yeah, Ryan. I think there's a lot of bonuses with it, except for when you're traveling, and you want to bring something to chronograph your, to make sure If I go to Arizona, it's going to be a lot hotter. So I'm going to need to know what my speeds are. They're probably going to, they're going to increase a little bit. So my data is going to be a little bit different. So if I can put that into the Kestrel and set it up, I'll hopefully shoot a little bit better. But the lab radar's a nice unit, but you have the bottom plate, which is pretty big, that holds it so it doesn't fall over. And then you have the lab radar, which is about that fat. It's like a three laptop computers put together, like the thin ones. It's about 1.5 inches, 2 inches thick. So there is pluses and minuses for sure. And with the lab radar, you don't have to worry about your, any weight on your barrel. So you're good there. So there's pluses and minuses. Best cleaning rod out there, 3 crowns. I have quite a few cleaning rods. I got J. Dewey's. I got Tipton's. I have Bortec. I think I have one other one. And what I've come to really like, especially with the long range game stuff, is because you're basically ordering these in like 42 inches long, because you have, like that rod tool has a long barrel. That one on top there. That one has a super long barrel on it. So most of the ones that you're going to see at the store are not even long enough. So if you're running a bore guide, which, God, I hope you're running a bore guide, especially with some type of precision rifle, you need to add that basically to whatever your barrel length is. So like the 42, these things are long. So when you're pushing a patch through, a lot of times that rod is flexing. Now, the Tipton are all carbon. I do like the carbon ones because you don't have to worry about, when it's flexing. I got my goal. When the rod's flexing and it's going in, it's kind of, you do have the bore guide in there. But it's the one I really like that I use the most, because I have damn near quite a few of them. In different lengths. I got 50 cal ones that have a lot thicker shaft on them, but they won't fit in like 6 millimeter. And some of the, definitely not in the 22s, is the Tipton. Let me just grab it. All right, YouTube, these aren't guns. These are cleaning rods. They're fishing rods. We'll call them fishing rods. Fishing for dirty carbon. So here's the normal standard Tipton. It's got a ball bearing. So as the rod's going down the rifling, you can, it wants to twist in your hand. So they have this part that turns. The problem with these is, if you can see this in, let's see if I get this whole thing. That's how long these damn things are. When you're pushing the jag in, it's wanting to flex like this. So it's not going in perfectly straight. And when you're way back here, you're trying to hold the rifle. Can't really get a good, you can, depending on the size of the patch. But sometimes if you have a tight patch and you're really trying to get that thing in there, you'll kind of flex the rod. It's a pain in the butt. So I decided to try this one. So this is also by Tipton. And what's kind of cool about it, what I really like about it, and Matt P used this the other day to clean his 22, is when this is squeezed, I only have to worry about this part flexing now. And as it goes into the rifle, I just do this, and I don't have that big old flex in my rod. Now, some will say, but it doesn't spin. Okay, but if you clamp onto this thing, this actually does spin. I don't know how they lock it where it'll lock from going this way, but still give it the ability. You know what? I know you guys believe me, but for those that are new to the channel that don't believe me, I'm going to mark this so that you can see. All right, so right here is a mark. All right, so I'm going to push the button. I'll do it this way so you can see that and that. I'm going to squeeze the crud out of this thing. Now, I can flex it because it's locking like if I was pushing a rod, but I can still turn it. So this one is, I think, 42 inches, or I think it was one of the longest ones I had. I actually enjoy this out of all of them. Huge fan of the carbon fiber. I don't have to worry about jacking my stuff up. The one thing I will say is the Vortec one, the metal, which I'm not exactly sure what it is right off, but when you're decoppering like a center fire rifle, it's got a copper in it. It won't give you a false positive, so you'll know when the copper is actually out. So that's a plus to the Vortec one for using I think it's called CU+2 or whatever. It's basically a copper remover by Vortec. Stuff works great. But this one, I don't have to worry about much. But the best part is this. I start off here. I can keep going. And then the patch comes out the end. I can take the jag off, pull it back through, making sure not to screw up my crown. And this one, you can actually go this way. And now you have a shotgun one. So this is set up for the shotgun threads. And you can just do the same thing. And now you can do the shotgun or the normal one as well. So there's my 2 cents on which rods I like the best. I don't know what the name. Actually, I probably do know what the name of it is. If I look on it, it'll probably say. And of course, since I said that, it doesn't. But it's the Tipton, Tipton. I have no affiliation with any of these people. But at this point, that's my favorite one. There's some really cool ones that are billet aluminum. They spin super fast, bearings and all that kind of stuff. At the end of the day, I would much rather have where I don't have to sit in the way back trying to get this thing and it's all flexing. And so that's what I would use. Tipton Max Force one piece. There we go, Ryan Berg. Elster Todd out there. My buddy Todd, Elster's Rifle and Reloading. All I heard was the words shaft, thick, and tight, and bending. Somebody needs to go visit his girly friend there, Mr. Elster. Better get your ass back to bed. With an 18-inch barrel, what length rod would be appropriate when using with a rod guide? Honestly, net flutter, I would go with just a long one, unless you're never gonna get into precision long range shooting. Just buy one of the longer ones so you can use it for ARs. And remember, when you guys order these, not only do they come in lengths, they actually come in thicknesses. So a lot of times when you're on like Cabela's or something like that, it's the very normal. It's about that short is the normal one that you buy. Here's how much longer these are. So basically that much longer. But they come in different thicknesses. So depending on what you're going to clean with, you want to make sure that you got the right one. The 22 works basically everything up through 22. The problem is when you're cleaning really large caliber, you could have definitely a thicker rod. There's going to be less flexing. But do you need one? No, because the threads are the same, unless you're doing shotgun or something. But buy something that's going to work for everything, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. Instead of net flutter, instead of, we could tell you the perfect length with the bore guide with the 18-inch barrel, but then what if you get a different barrel? It's 20 inches long. Now it's not going to work. I don't know. That's my thoughts. I didn't realize the dual direction on the model. Clever. Yeah, it's pretty cool, actually. Let's see. Favorite ear and eye pro, Rick. Favorite ear and eye pro. I've been using what are they even called? They're ESS eye pro for years now. They were sent to me for me to do a review years ago, There's one called, it came in a 2-pack. Did I say Tupac? It came in a 2-pack. There was one that was like a sunglass and had thicker, whatever you want to call these things, the earpiece. What the hell's the name of that thing? You know what I'm talking about, this part. And then there was one set. It was super thin, and especially for shooting with ear pro on. Now, they wouldn't stay on your head very well if you didn't have your ear pro on, but they were super thin, and the ear pro would never push out. Like some of those shooting glasses that they have are too thick, and it actually like breaks the seal on your ear pro, which is very annoying. And then, so ear pro, I use Howard Lights. I use, form-fitted ears. It depends on what I'm shooting. Lately, with the 22 long rifle, I don't even bring ear pro. That is a huge bonus. But I think they're Peltors, but I haven't been shooting centerfire stuff, so I haven't really needed them. I'm thumbs number 69. Awesome, buddy. Let's see here. Let me get out to some more questions. So that's my favorite ear, and I know. I think Ray for iPro, it's like Shooter's Gold or something. Those are very pricey. And it comes in like an amber lens. When I shot a lot of shotgun competitions, it was all about the lens choices, depending on if it was foggy, overcast, blah, 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 blah. You basically made too much out of it. But your eye would pick up the color of the clays a lot better depending on the thing. But ever since like rifle and stuff, I've been shooting mostly just clear, unless it's just super bright out. Then I'll run, something with a little bit of like normal kind of sunglass tint. But it's better not to if you can, if you're okay with your eyes. Yo. Was your leg sore after Ray's idea of hiking the mountains? It was a little bit, actually. That next day, I did notice it a little bit, but I went full tilt there, Mr. Elster. I ran down, all the way down, and then I ran a section on the way up. I could not run the whole thing. It was steep, but I figured I needed a little exercise, so why not? Why not? Congratulations on your match, Chico Wise. Larry Palmer says, "What's up, Larry?" Let's see. Some ear pro may or may not get in your way of cheek weld while shooting rifle, in my opinion. Yeah. There's some really big, and usually they're the cheaper brands. These things are massive. I don't know if they just want it to look like it's going to protect their ear more, but it's basically like a hat on this side and a hat on that side, and the problem with that is you cannot shoot a rifle with that kind of stuff. That's what the Army had anyways. Wiley X. Do you have the formulas for the number on the shell holder brand? Do you have the formulas for the pound on the shell holder brand for brand, or what the numbers mean, rather? I have the list for Lyman, RCBS, Hornady, Lee, reference to one another. Oh, the shell holders. Yeah, I know what you're saying. You're talking about what each number means, like a 308 and a 223 and all that stuff. I don't have it offhand, but everything I reload is either it's in the family of 308, which is all the 6.5 Creedmoor and the 6 Creedmoor stuff. And then 223. And then when it comes to my reloading of my pistol stuff, between 40 and 9 and so on, those already, like the whole system, I already have it done. You just put it in and then change a few things around, and then you're at it. If you didn't have a Voodoo, what would you shoot? I'd shoot Ray's Voodoo. Buddy D. Great question, I guess. I would shoot probably a CZ or a Bagara. I would pick the Bagara just because of the mags, but I would probably shoot. I would probably shoot a CZ. Yeah, those would probably be the ones that I would shoot. Let's see. I'm using the Impact Howard lights. Yeah, the Impact Howard lights are great. Well, there's one huge benefit is depending on which one you get, there's a lot of new ones out there. I can't think of all the names. But if you can get gel, basically ear cups, you will make an 8-hour day because you figure you show up at the morning in the range, or you show up at the range in the morning, and you're basically wearing ear pro all day until the match is over, depending on what match you're at. And the benefit of the gel cups is it's the comfortability, the comfort of the gel cups is amazing. The ones that come in like the Howard lights, especially if you had them for a long time, yeah, the Rim-X would be awesome too. I was trying to stay out of like the super custom-y stuff. That padding goes to credit after a while, especially if you've had them and they there's really nothing left in them. So if you had your choice between like $350 like Peltors or something like that had gel cups, those are great, but not needed. You can buy some Howard lights, and the inserts are about half of what the actual cost of the Howard lights are. So they're pretty expensive. They're like $30. But at the end of the day, you take a 2.5 star and you turn it to a 5-star freaking head ear pro. There's so much. Yeah, Bose. I have not tried that, but the gel is so important. It's kind of cool. It will make your ears around your ears will sweat if you're wearing them all day and it's hot and humid like it is in North Carolina or South Carolina. But it'll make an 8-hour day of shooting much, much better. That would be one thing. If you had to shoot with ear pro, meaning like cups, and you could pick whatever, and like say there was these really nice ones, but they weren't gel, I would pick the cheaper ones and buy the gel all day long. The gel is going to save your bacon, trust me. Tim Jordan, Rick Ray, if you haven't lately, check out Competition Dynamics website. I will have to check it out. If you guys aren't familiar, Competition Dynamics is where we shot the Team Safari matches in New Mexico. These guys are all awesome people. Go take a look at it, especially if you guys want to shoot a match out in New Mexico area. Maybe you live out there. Hell, sign up for the damn thing. They have this year is a cool year, especially for us older folks that are having issues finding targets or having a horrible time at seeing. They're doing a match this year that is basically like the Steel Safari match, Steel Safari Challenge or match, where you would normally have to find the targets. They're actually going to set up little markers where the targets are. So you still have a lot to deal with. You got to hike to this stage, which isn't going to be like crazy, but you got to bring your gear to that stage. Then you got to find the targets, even though they're marked. Then you got to figure out the distance of the target, and then you got to engage and shoot the target. So this is kind of set up for those that are, and they have the way the age brackets are and the rifles that you can use is super cool, especially for those of us that are just getting into the sport. Say you don't have all the, the whiz bang cool stuff. You can go to that match and have an amazing time, guaranteed. And you don't have to worry about trying to find the target. If you were to go to the normal match, and I'll give you an example because I've had a chance to go. I was lucky enough to have Ray, which has like Superman vision, and he's able to see targets that I never would have seen unless he like basically Did that? Oh, yeah. This gives you the ability to go have a great time and do exactly everything that you would have done, but not have to find the target. So something to think about for sure. Which Howard lights? Well, let me grab a pair and I'll show you. So they're the Impact Sports. So I have a couple pairs of these. You guys have probably seen the video where I have the, this one has a little target on there. The other one has shoot cancer in the face on one of the ears. But these have the gel inserts, and they are amazing. This is a really super expensive pair. These are the Peltors, but I didn't buy these. A good buddy of mine, WTF SoCal, had given me this set. These are amazing gel as well. I would say the gel's a little bit nicer, but when you pop a hole in here, actually we had one of Ray's actually was squirting out the gel, which can make a dang mess if you're not paying attention. But these ones are very expensive. I would, if I had to buy these two pairs, I bought these. I didn't buy these. I didn't spend the money on these. Actually, I'm missing a cover, so I have a battery issue right now. Can't even, they're not powered. These do the exact same thing. They got a jack on there, so you can actually listen to music or whatever you want. Has a mic on that side, mic on that side right there. And then you can turn it on and off. Has an automatic shut off after like 4 hours or whatever it is. But I mean, you can see I wear these a lot. Look at that, they're all worn out. Been using these for years, but they work great. So I guess to answer that question, it's the Impact Sports. Joshua Thomas, welcome to the show, my friend. Impact Bolt, at least that's what mine looks like. Buddy D's got a brand new, never fired Ruger. I'm sidelined for a few weeks awaiting carpal tunnel surgery. Oh, man. Now would be a good time to trade for a CZ. Man, good luck on that carpal tunnel surgery, buddy. My mom used to cut hair. She's not with us anymore, but it's been years now. But she used to cut hair. She had her own beauty salon, and she had horrible carpal tunnel from doing all the hair stuff. I remember during her surgery, she was out a little while. She had to wear the bands, and later on, she had to like squeeze tennis balls and stuff in order to get her strength back. So it's going to be a little. Maybe it's faster now. I don't know, but back then, this was probably 30 years ago. It took her a while to heal up. Codgers and Misfits match in the early December Safari Special. Sounds tough. Yeah, that's cool. Zohan gel cups for the Howard lights. Yeah, I went on Amazon. I don't know what the name of them were. It was a company that basically made inserts. And whoever they are, it turns a pair of Just Okay Ear Pro into, I can wear these all day long. Good Lord. Nick Knox, you are back in America, right? You're no longer in Korea? I thought I remember you saying that, but if you are, welcome back. Welcome back. Anybody remember that? Remember that show? Let's see. Yeah, good luck, buddy D. Hopefully you get a fast recovery, my friend. But yeah, if you haven't shot it and you don't want that Ruger anymore, now would be the time to trade it for sure. Skunk Ape, what's going on, Skunk Ape? I hope you're doing well. We're at an hour and a half. So, yeah, walkers as well. I've heard good stuff about them. I believe they either have or you can order the gel cups for them as well. Oh, you're in Delaware now. Awesome. I don't know the price on them, but I heard good things about them. I don't know. The old trusty Howard lights, though, are amazing. They work well. You can do this and go like that, and they fit in your range bag. Pretty compact. So that's that. All right, one last question, and we got to get out of here. Try to prevent that. Calisthenics, you can take a leg or two or senses, but it must find eyes and both arms. I can machine a new pair of legs. All right. Well, hopefully you guys had a good night. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully this was the most important part. It motivated you, having goals. Go out and long range shoot, or go out and learn something. Goals. Go out and learn something. Oh, there you go. Brian T says some walkers don't have directional sound. Yeah, these are amazing. If you wanted to run around your house at night in the dark because you heard a noise, you can really pick up where stuff's coming from. Or outside or something. I'm on the crapper. I put meat and pork. Skunk ape. Dang it, buddy. All right. What DB rating do you think is safest? I don't have the answer to that. I think it was like -24. Maybe it says on here still. I don't know. You have to look it up, Josie Wells. And that's some of the problems too, is you get the ones that are too thick, and that's when they start getting to be those big fat suckers. You still want to hear people like say, line is cold and shooter ready kind of stuff. I mean, you do have the ability to turn on the magnifying, but depending on the biggest noise you're going to have is indoor shooting ranges. Once there's no walls and ceilings and all that, it definitely helps. I used to run Inside Ear Pro along with some type of, I used to wear these actually in the indoor ranges just because after a while it just got so loud and obnoxious. So learn something new once a day. There you go. Last question. When are you and Ray coming over here to Iceland? Actually, Otter, we were talking about that. We're like, when are we going to hit up Iceland and go see Otter and shoot, set up a match so all these, these rabbit hunters can go shoot it. I don't know. It'd be fun. It would be fun. Yeah, we're not going to be driving to Iceland. One of these days, I guess we need to figure out dates. We need to figure out who has the ability to get all the targets and something for us to shoot. I don't know if we can even bring rifles over there. I don't know how that works. So there'd be a lot into that one, but it'd be fun as heck. Going to meet up with Otter, do some shooting. But we are done for the night. Hopefully you guys had fun. You guys take care and stay safe. And next time I see you, hopefully you'll have a goal if you don't already. You guys take care. See you on the next one. You got any 140 ELD bullets you want to sell? LOL. Or anyone in the chat? Nope. I'm sorry. I got 147s. But no, I don't want to sell them. It's time to be shooting center fire stuff here shortly. I can tell the tides are turning. So you guys take care. See you on the next one. And again, stay safe. Bye for now.